today with some of my foundation fails. These are high-end foundations that just didn't work for me or didn't blow my socks off or I didn't like absolutely love them. And we're gonna just go through each one. Before we get into the foundation fails or foundation regrets, I do have a video of my favorite foundations that are high-end luxury foundations. They retail from like $34 all the way up to $110. There's quite a few of them, but I really like foundations. So this is the foundations that didn't work for me or that I didn't like. Before we get into that, if you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you decide to stay a while and hit that subscribe button. And all y'all, if you're watching this, hit that little thumbs up button, like the thumbs up button, but I think it's down here somewhere or over here. Hit that thumbs up button and let's get into the foundation fails or foundation regrets. First is the Marc Jacobs. This is the Remarkable Full Coverage Foundation. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. This is in the shade 26 Bisque Medium. This is just not for me. If you guys watched my other video, you guys know that I am more of a like medium coverage kind of girl. I have pretty good skin. I don't have a lot of problem areas. I don't have acne prone skin. I don't have sensitive skin. A tiny bit of oiliness in my T-zone, but I wouldn't even consider myself combo. I don't have dry patches really. I have pretty normal skin, and again, not a whole lot to cover up. I don't know why I bought this full coverage foundation. This looks so cakey and so thick on me. The nice thing is a little bit goes a long way, but I have no need for this foundation. It's way too cakey looking. It's way too like full coverage. I feel like I'm wearing a mask when I wear this. It doesn't have a pump, which I think is weird. It's actually like a twist and then it's like a ball. So it's not like an overly thick foundation. It's just like so matte and so full coverage that I feel like my skin cannot breathe. So if you love full coverage foundations and you want something like that, maybe this would work for you. For me personally, I just don't like those type of foundations. I just don't like something that just feels like a mask. So for me, this one was a fail, but if you like really full coverage foundations, this might work for you. But for me, it just like was not for me. The Givenchy Photo Perfection Fluid Foundation with SPF 20 and 100% natural complexion, zero flaw. I don't get that with this. This is such a light coverage foundation on me. Every time I wear it, I feel like it accentuates my pores. I feel like it accentuates any texture that I do have on my skin. I just do not like the way that this looks on my skin. I have worn it about 4 times. Every time I put it on, I do not like the way that it looks on my skin. I don't know if it's the shade. The shade I have is 4 Perfect Vanilla. I don't know what it is. You get 0.8 fluid ounces with this. It does nothing for my skin. It doesn't make it look beautiful or flawless or radiant or glowy or matte. It just looks bad on my skin. Every time I put it on, I immediately go wash it off because I feel like I'm having a bad skin day every time I put this on. So this is a fail. I really don't like it. Next is the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Fluid Foundation. This is the shade SF03. I really love serum foundations. I love thin, lightweight foundations. This one just feels like I'm putting water on my skin. Like I don't feel like I get good coverage with it. It has a little dropper, which I'm not like, it's not my favorite method. I feel like the dropper is super stiff, so to get product out is a little bit challenging. I just do not like how it looks on my skin. There's some foundations that, you know, when you put it on and you just feel like, ew, I look like I have a horrible skin day. That's how I feel with most of these foundations. And it's not that I'm having a bad skin day, because most of the time I'll wash it off, put a different foundation on, and it looks golden. But this one it's expensive. It doesn't look good on my skin. I never reach for it. I don't like the coverage. I don't like the finish. I can't get behind it. So this one was also a fail. All of these are probably gonna go in my sale on my Mercari blog sale. So if you love these foundations, the link will be down below if you're interested in buying them, because I don't like them. All right, the next is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation Fluid. This just looks super heavy on my skin. I feel like it accentuates texture, accentuates pores, it accentuates fine lines. It doesn't give me like this really nice glowy luminosity to my skin like some foundations in my other video that'll be linked down below, my favorites of high-end. There's some in there that give me that beautiful radiance to my skin. This, every time I put it on, it just looks heavy. It accentuates like things on my face that I don't even know I have or didn't want accentuated, and it just gets so greasy on me so quick, and I don't even really have oily skin. And I have the shade Mystical RG30. So this is a fail for me. I don't like the way it looks on my skin. It breaks down on me really, really quickly, and it's just a no-go. The packaging is really cute. You do get a pump, but for me, I just don't reach for this because every time I've tried to wear this, I don't get long wear time out of it. My skin doesn't look very good, and I just don't like it. All right, so the next I'm actually wanting to return. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Nude Water Fresh Makeup. Now, I'm all about that natural skin look, light on the skin. I mean, most of the foundations that I show in my like favorites of high-end, a lot of them are very like natural skin finish looks, but they have some coverage to it. Now I knew with this Double Wear Nude, it was going to be very light coverage, which I'm fine with. Doesn't cover hardly at all. Like it has like no coverage on me, like no coverage. And I don't have particularly pigmented skin, like hyperpigmentation or anything like that. And it just did nothing for me. It was kind of like how I feel about the next foundation I'm gonna show you. Like I just keep trying to apply it and apply it and apply it and have it cover something or do something for my skin, and it does nothing. And I'm kind of like, well, why even wear foundation then? Because it doesn't do anything for me. And the shade that I got in this is 2N1 Desert Beige. That's more of my lighter shade. MAC Face and Body. I don't understand this foundation. This is the shade N3. I mean, the number of YouTube videos I've watched to try to figure out how the heck to use this foundation. It's like, I put it on a tray on my hand, I blend it in, no coverage. Some people say you have to get air in it, so you tap it and you tap it and you tap it, and the more you rub it in, the more coverage you get. I don't understand because I cannot for the life of me get this thing to work for me. I cannot get it to give me coverage. I can't get it to do anything for me. I want it to work, but I literally cannot get this thing to work. I've tried fingers, sponge, beauty blender, brush, 6 different types of brushes. I cannot get this to work for me. So this is a fail. These two products, like it's like, I feel like why even wear foundation? Like if it doesn't look like it's covering anything, I might as well just be foundation free. All right, the next is the Becca, what is this one called? Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation. Becca sent me a ton, like the whole range of their foundations. I was super excited about it. I love serum-y, lightweight, liquidy foundations that are like light coverage, light to medium coverage, has a little bit of glow. This, to me, oh my gosh. The 2 times that I've worn this, holy macaroni, I have never looked more oily in my life. I remember putting this on in the morning because I got so excited. I tried it on. I had to drive to Sacramento to pick up Ted, and in the 2 hours it took me to drive to Sacramento, I pulled down the mirror to like freshen up before he like got to the car. I literally looked like I took Crisco and wiped it all over my face. I was so oily, and it was winter. Like it wasn't even hot outside. It was winter, and I looked like a grease ball. I've tried this a few times since. Oily, 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 oily. I don't even have really oily skin, and this makes me a freaking grease ball. So no thanks to that one. Last but not least, I know everybody's like, over this product. I'm not over this product. The Dior Forever Foundation. I did a first impressions. I like it, but I don't love it, and I don't love it more than other high-end foundations that I have. It's their Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refining Effect with Sunscreen. No. I've worn this probably 5 times, and every time I wear it, I feel like my pores are more accentuated. I feel like I can see texture on my skin. It just doesn't, it gives me an okay skin day, but I don't feel like it gives me a wow skin day. Like when I wear this, I'm not like, dang girl, your skin looks good. I'm more like, wow, my skin has some areas that could probably use a little help. So I don't know, it has SPF 35 in it. I have the shade 20. I just don't love it. I don't love it. And to me, it's not worth the price tag. I don't even remember what my first impression was on it. That's like the great thing, and then like the not great thing about first impressions is like a first impression is just your first day wearing it. And so it could just be like you're having a good makeup day. But sometimes when you wear products more and you start to play with them more and you use different primers with them or powders or different looks, you can kind of change your opinion on it. So this one to me, just, I don't love it. It's not a bad foundation. I think it's a good foundation. I don't think it's great. I regret buying it because I feel like I have other foundations that perform way better, that are less expensive or the same price. And I think this was just like extremely hyped up because a few bigger YouTubers like loved it. That's why I bought it, because they were like, oh my God, it's the best foundation. Your skin looks freaking amazing. It's like perfection for your skin. For me, it's okay. It's not a great foundation. I regret buying it simply because there's other ones I like more that are less expensive, and this doesn't like wow me. That is it for the high-end foundations that I regret buying. What are some high-end foundations you tried that you were just like, oh, this is horrible? I would love to know. Save me some money so I don't go buy it. Leave them down in the comments below. Again, if you like any of these foundations, please, by all means, please do not be offended because I did not like them. Our skin is different. Our skin texture is different. Our expectations on how we want makeup to perform is different. Our preference on what we like our skin to look like or the finish we're going for is different. So just because I don't like it does not mean that it is a horrible foundation. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep using it or you shouldn't try it if it's something you've been wanting to try. This is just my opinion and my experience with the foundation. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!